Hello everyone, I am Nupur Jamalagni, the CSD at MESA MESC. I am delighted to welcome you all to the presentation video on the data analysis of the success of Vertex 23. This presentation video is designed for MESA MESC members planning Vertex, staff advisors as a report of Vertex 23 success, and my fellow data analytics enthusiasts. Let's begin with the overview of what you can expect in this presentation. We will cover the following topics: the introduction, objective of this data analysis, process of data analysis followed, and then data interpretation and analysis, which is the main point as data insights discussion. Then we comes to the dashboards I created, and finally with conclusion we will end this presentation. Starting with introduction of Vertex or about Vertex. Vertex is a prestigious state-level technical symposium that unites students from across the Maharashtra for diverse technical and non-technical events. It's a platform to enhance skills, showcase your talent, and compete with the peers from different institutions, uh, fostering a personal growth and development. So, why to do this? Our objectives for this data analysis are threefold: driving engagement and growth, maximizing the event impact even better than before year, and then unlocking the success through the data insights. By analyzing the data from Vertex 21, 22, and 23, we aim to achieve these goals. Let's delve into the process we followed for this data analysis. It involves several key steps. First is the data collection. We gathered the data directly from the Google form used for registration of Vertex 21, 22, and 23. Then data exploration and pre-processing. We explored the data, identified the useful information, and encountered the some challenges in finding the relevant data points. Then data cleaning. This was the most time-consuming part of the project, as we used the Excel and Power Query to clean the data and we remove all the errors. Data analysis. We conducted the data analysis to delve the insights. Then the data visualization. Using Power BI, we created visualization to present our findings. Reporting. This presentation is a part of our reporting process, and we will also be submitting the Power BI dashboards to the new MESA MESC board for the further insights. Now, let's move on to the exciting part where we discuss the insights we gain from the data. For each of the following slides, we will present a diagram, explain the insights derived from it. Now, let's take a closer look at the participants' counts on how they correlate with the success of Vertex event. As a data analyst, we often gauge the success by the number of participants, and this bar chart provides an interesting insight. Every year, the participants count on increased with a increased, which is a fascinating news for us. Notable, the Vertex 22 and 23 saw 292 and 399 participants respectively, but this doesn't diminish the value of Vertex 21, which had 222 participants. It's worth to mention that Vertex 21 was held entirely in online mode right after the COVID-19 pandemic, which affected the participants' counts. Hence, we should consider the participants count there. Understanding where our participants come from is crucial for every event planning. Let's explore the top colleges that have constantly participated in Vertex events. According to the data colleagues like WC Sangli, Sharad Institute of Technology, and DKT Insulkaranchi are among the top contributors. However, it's essential to note that Vertex attracts participants from over 25 colleges across the Maharashtra, including prestigious institutes like COP and BITS Pilan. Vertex isn't just about individual participations, it also an opportunity for teamwork. Let's delve into the data to see how team entries compare to the individual entries. On an average, about 50% of entries are from team format, as shown in this overall data donut chart. However, when we look at the Vertex 23, especially the team entries increased significantly, making almost 34% of the total. This was due to the success of events like Ground Tech and Critzes, which required teamwork. Now, let's analyze the composition of our participants uh, by their academic branches. Understanding the distribution of participants among different branches can help us focus on our publicity efforts. The data suggested that our main audience is primarily from mechanical engineering, followed by the electrical, electronics, computer science, and other branches like civil and CSE AI. However, Innovatex 23 stands out with a surprising change. It had a significant number of participants from computer science and even non-engineering field surpasses the electronics. It is important to know which academic year our participants belong to, as this can guide our event planning and outreach strategy. Let's see how participants are distributed across the different academic year. The overall data contribution confirms that first year degree students from the majority forms the majority of our participants, followed by second year degree students and then third year degree students. This was also predicted data through the experience from our seniors and from our batch also. However, when we look at the Vertex 23, there is an interesting twist. First year diploma students and had the highest participation, followed by third year degree students, with first year degree students coming third. This highlights the evolving nature of our audience. This hype of first year diploma was caused due to the FE special events, and the third year students also participates in large amount because this year there was not only the colloquio, which was interview preparation round, there was an activity based ground tech event, and it's just like non-technical event where we can see the hype. To get a comprehensive view, we have created a stack bar chart that displays the participants count over the 3 years of Vertex. This chart helps us see how the participants have evolved over time. It's evident that first year degree participants count has remained consistent throughout Vertex 21, 22, and 23. However, there is a significant increase in the first year diploma and third year degree students participants count, emphasizing the Vertex 23 successfully attracting non-engineering students is also a significant point. Now, let's explore the events that attracted the most participants. This information is vital for planning the future Vertex events and allocating the resources efficiently. Taking an overall view, FE Special sub-events of Vertex 22 had the highest entries, followed by Autoverse and presentation event. Please note that This data from Autoverse and present issue is combined from Vertex 22, 21, and 23 due to the name similarity. Whereas Intervista was the only event in Vertex 22 in year Vertex 22. So 86 count is only from Vertex 22, whereas Autoverse and present issue count could be combined of Vertex 21, 22, and 23. But we can definitely say that Intervista was the most entry ever get event. Looking at Vertex 23, especially FE Special had the most entries, followed by Gridges and Automorph. The remarkable increase in the team entries is attributed to the success of the events like Ground Tech and Gridges, which we discuss further. Even though we have seen that the events like FE special event was getting the more entries, it does not mean those events have carried out or conducted these amount of people or students. The actual participants count helps say and talks a lot different way. Quizzes have quizzes which have almost created a record with conducting an event of 168 students at a time is a big hit. Then comes the Intervista, which also we seen that got the most entries ever. Now, talking about the another perspective of the success of Vertex is a financial way. Consider that here is the sensor data. I cannot publish it as it is should be remain private to only club members. I cannot present it here, but it does not mean that it cannot give the significant importance. We can see that till date, Gridgest was the most contributing event which gave the most refund or revenue till now. Then came the present issue, which combined of Vertex 21, 22, and 23 gave the most count. This chart shows that every event how much they gave as a revenue chart. This is important because this gave us the idea which event is actually being profitable. But there is a difference. Why? Because these are all the actual names of events throughout Vertex 21, 22, 23. So there might be automorph and autoverse similar events. But just because they are named different, I got the data in the different format. So to solve this issue, I have combined the data of all type of events and distinguished into the FE special event, mechanical and test type event, non-technical event, and interview and presentation event. Considering these all are most generalized format, the Essential gave the most profit or most revenue, which was FE special event. Then Cridges which was the first event only, first time got event, came third after Automorph. And Colloquia, which was interview based event, gave her clears that its significance as throughout these years it gave revenue profitable. Now, talking about the data analysis, here are some dashboards I have created. Note that there are Vertex 21 dashboards separate, 22 separate, 23 separate, and for comparative analysis, I also created combined dashboards. So let's go through it. Here is the dashboard for Vertex 21. We can see the team entries. It happened on 28 March 2021 with participants count of 2022. Here is the top colleges by participants count. Then entry comparison, and in last, the participant by branch and participant by entries, event participation in each event. Now, in Vertex 22, the count increased and event date also shifted to the April. As we can see, team contribution also increased in Vertex 22. The major point is the Walchand College remains in the top, and then came DKT and Government College of Karat. Just keep on seeing this part and you will come to know the insights. Now, our main event, Vertex 23. The team participation increased a lot. Date was same as for before, which was 14th April 2023. Count of participants talks a lot about it. But the in top colleges, DKT is replaced by Sharad Institute. This was because during this period, we noticed that there was DKT examinations going on. So this type of data can help us build in Vertex 24. As participants count by branch is remain same, which is mechanical, then electrical, then computer science. And as we seen before, that even participants' entries was most in essential than criticism. Now, here is a comparative data analysis dashboard for year-wise analysis. This one dashboard can help anyone to understand the flow of participants and understanding building new vertex events. Which here is a year-wise filter which helps you to get all data in one. Here is the college filter so that you can see which event provides them, which college contributed, how much participants count each year. Taking an example of Walchand College itself, we can see how much contribution of each year happened. Throughout Vertex 21, 22, and 23, almost 450 participants have participated in Vertex. If we wanted to see how much participants only contributed in Vertex 22, we need to just apply the filter. Here is also the revenue chart, just censored for video. Here is the second part of the chart. Same filters are here. Here is the actual crowd versus actual crowd of individual versus team entries. One of the main points which are didn't present in the previous slides is about participants versus amount price. This is a crucial chart because by this we can identify which amount is suitable for our participants. Considering that 40 and 50 was the most affordable price for any student, we can assume that 40 and 50 was the most profitable also. Then came 80, which was surprising. As we go for Vertex 23, there is a lot of changes. 50 is the most repeated value or most participated count, then 80, and then 120 also. This is important because it tells that 120 was the price for event like ground tech. So if your event is worthy, then participants do take the risk of high amount like 120 also. Another important chart is the entry count on each day. This data shows that how much participant count was there or got in every year after releasing the poster or form. For example, in Vertex 23, the most count was got on March 29, 2023, and The most peak got on Wednesday of April 12, 2023. Why is this data important? By finding and observing this data, we can decide when to release a poster and Google form or reel in social media. in social media. Here is a chart which tells how much revenue. Again, this part is totally about the revenue and finance. Other than average participants count in each event, there is the different combination we can consider when it comes to the finance, like which event created the most, considering that non-technical events have given more revenue than the technical, but the main point is how much difference is there, which will be seen in dashboard to the MESA MESC member. Here is a bar chart to understand more about event-wise participants count and revenue by each type of event. In conclusion, this data analysis has provided us with valuable insights into the success of Vertex 23. We have seen how participation counts has grown over the years, top colleges that participated, the impact of team entries, and more. These insights will guide us in planning of Vertex 24 and beyond, helping us focusing on the right area for publicity and event improvements. Now, I would like to open the floor for any questions you may have in comment section. Thank you for listening.